Substate basketball game from Iowa City is on the air. Hello again, everybody. This is Milo Hamilton speaking to you once again from Iowa City, where tonight we are bringing you the Substate play. Now this ball game between DeWitt and Marion will be sent your way by 10 of the top DeWitt merchants. We'll tell you about them throughout the ball game. Right now, let's tell you about the starting lineup. For DeWitt, Hink, Christensen, Herring, Schatz, and Irwin will be in there for DeWitt when this ball game starts. And for Marion, it'll be Domer, DeWitty, Baylor, Kellums, and Fairley. More about those boys in a moment. But right now, here are the DeWitt merchants bringing you this ball game tonight.
Gazelle's U-Save Store, Herrenkrug Floor Covering, A.F. Dickey Real Estate and Insurance, Harto Electric Company, Barnes IGA Store, Moore's Fashion Center, Benning's Feed and Seed Store, Drew's Clothing Store, Harrington's Implement Store, and Necker's Jewelry.
Now for DeWitt, it'll be John Hinkey. It's forward. He's 6'2", along with Raj Christensen. He is 5'9". At center, it'll be Dick Herring. He's 6'4", and at the guards, Harlan Schatz. He's 5'11", and Jim Irwin, 5'11". For Marion, it'll be Tom Domer and Wally DeWitty at the forwards, Darrell Faylor at center, Davy Kellums and Dal Fairley at the guards. The other results tonight in Class B. Van Horn beat Winthrop 48-39. In the ball game we brought you a moment ago, Wheatland beat St. Martin's of Cascade 63-47. And now for one of our sponsors tonight from DeWitt, here is Dave Nelson.
Well, by the way, you folks living in or near DeWitt want to take advantage of this unusual offer at Gazelle's U-Save Store. After you save $40 worth of cash register tapes, you receive a free pair of nylons. You'll like shopping Gazelle's because they have everything you want in the grocery line. Meats, frozen foods, and produce, as well as canned goods. Now once again, back to Milo Hamilton. Milo?
The DeWitt Ball Club is still out on the court. Evidently they're not going to leave and go back in. And are waiting for Les Hippel's Marion Indians, a ball club that outlasted through their physical condition a top-notch club from Immaculate Conception in Cedar Rapids over a week ago here in the district. And now tonight they meet DeWitt, and this should be a real good Class A ball game. Remember, we'll be back here tomorrow night at 8:30 to bring you the Clinton ball game against Franklin Cedar Rapids. Then on Wednesday at 7:30, the Class B finals, and that will bring together Van Horn and Wheatland. And at 8:30 on Wednesday, of course, Davenport High School Blue Devils against McKinley of Cedar Rapids. Then Saturday afternoon, we'll be back at 1:30 with the Class A finals, and at 3 with the AA finals. Davenport can move past McKinley on Wednesday. They'll be in those finals. They'll meet the winner of the Clinton-Franklin game. And now while I check last-minute starting lineups, though the two lineups we gave you are going to be correct. For DeWitt, it'll be John Hink and Raj Christensen at the forwards, Dick Herring at center, Harlan Schatz and Jim Irwin at the guards. For Marion, Tom Domer and Wally DeWitty at the forwards. Davy Kellums and Dow Fairley at the guards, and Darrell Faylor at center. We mentioned this to you before, but we'll do it again. Two names sound a lot alike here. At center for Marion, it's Faylor, F-A-I-L-O-R. At the guard, it's Dow Fairley, F-A-I-R-L-E-Y. Faylor at center, Fairley at guard. Corner, back out it goes to Schatz. On the near side to Christensen. Over to Schatz, comes to quarter court, down in the corner to Hink. Back out it goes to Irwin, drives toward the dotted line. Back in the corner it goes now to Hink, in on the pivot to Herring. He jumps, he shoots, and he scores. Field goal by Big Dick Herring. He's 6'4", and DeWitt has drawn first blood. They lead 2-0. On the near side, with the ball is Domer. Holds the ball a moment, gives the fader back to Domer, shoots 20 feet, good. A push shot by Domer is good. The score tied 2-2. Out of the backcourt for DeWitt is Jim Irwin. Between the rings to Schatz. Goes around the wheel on the far side. Down in the corners. Hand to Hink. Hink back over to Irwin. Irwin on the far side of the pivot. Holds the ball. In on the pivot to Herring. Shoots. No bucket. Tapped out of bounds. Touch last by Hink. It'll be Marion's ball. Put in play by Bailey. And it goes to Domer. Domer quarter court on this side to Kellums. Over on the far side to DeWitt now. Holds the ball at quarter court. Back out it goes to Kellums. To DeWitt in the corner. Back out to Kellums. Twin rings to Domer. Down on the near side of the wheel to Fairler. Shoots. No bucket. Taken off by Hink of DeWitt. And hands that ball away as it goes to Schatz. Schatz over the big eye in the center jump circle. Pulls up between the rings. Hands it away to Irwin. Irwin comes back to the near side. Pulls up. Holds the ball. Then hands it away to Schatz. Back to Irwin. Jumps. Shoots from 15 feet. No good. A foul by Herring. No good. Taken off on the near side by Schatz. Schatz on the near side of the wheel. Passes on the pivot to Herring. He's two-timed and tied up. It'll be jump ball to your left. Score tied at 2-all. 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Ball in the air, tapped away. It goes to Schatz at the top of the keyhole. Push from 18 feet. No good. Tapped up in the air. Taken off by DeWitt. DeWitt starts up court. Pulls up just inside the timeline. Passed down in the corner to Kellums. In on the pivot to Faylor. Shoots. No bucket. Rebounded by Hink of DeWitt. Went high in there to bring it down. He's tied up by Faylor, and it'll be jump ball to your right. Hink for DeWitt jumping with Faylor. Ball in the air, tapped away as it goes to Herring. Cross court to Irwin. Irwin turns around, goes across the timeline on the far side, pulls around the wheel, goes by the baseline, shoots, scores. Field goal by Jim Irwin. DeWitt guard, and DeWitt leads again 4-2. 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Ball game being sent your way by 10. DeWitt Merchants. On the near side, Domer back to Kellums. Push shot, no good. Taken off on the near side by Christensen of DeWitt. 5'9" Rods Christensen to the ball. Gives to Irwin over the center jump circle. Comes around the wheel on the near side. Gives back between the rings to Schatz. Schatz moves down in the corner on the near side. Holds the ball. Needs help. Being covered like a tent by DeWitt. He gets it back out to Christensen on the far side of the wheel to Herring. In on the dotted line, and a foul has been called on Kellums. Foul on Kellums of Marion, and it will move John Hink, H-I-N-C-K, to the line for DeWitt. His free throw is good. Free throw by Hink is good for DeWitt, and DeWitt leads 5-2. 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Over the far side, DeWitt between the rings to Kellums, the near side to Fairley. Down the near side to Domer. Push shot 20 feet. No good. DeWitt comes down with it. Flips the ball away as it goes to Faylor. To Fairley now. To Domer. Back to the rings to Kellums. Back in the near side to Domer at quarter court. At the top of the wheel to Fairley. To Domer on the pivot to Faylor. Shoots. No good. Tipped by Faylor. No good. Tipped by DeWitt. No good. DeWitt comes down with it. Tied up by Schatz of DeWitt. And it'll be jump ball to your right. The ball's in the air and it's tapped away. It goes to Domer. In under to Faylor. Up, down, in. Field goal by Darrell Faylor. Score is 5-4. DeWitt leads by 1. Schatz across the timeline, pulls up between the rings. Backhand off to Irwin. Irwin moves into the top of the circle on the near side to Hink. A push shot 20 feet. No good off the rim. Taken off on the near side by Domer of Marion. Starts up court. Pulls up just inside the timeline. Off to your right for the Marion Indians. Down in the corner to DeWitt. Pulls up. Bounces to quarter court. Holds the ball. Down in the corner to Kellums. Bounces only once. Gives to DeWitt. Quarter court on the far side at the top of the wheel to Fairley. On the near side to Domer. Domer jumps, shoots 8 feet. No good. Taken off by Herring for DeWitt. Gives it away to Christensen over to Irwin. 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. DeWitt leads by 1.5 to 4. Irwin jumps, shoots 10 feet. Good. Field goal by Jim Irwin. DeWitt guard. And it's 7-4. DeWitt leads by 3. And Marion is going to call timeout. 3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The score, DeWitt 7, Marion 4.
DeWitt's basketball team is not the only ones in the spotlight tonight. We also salute Necker's Jewelry. Necker's Jewelry features the popular Orange Blossom line of diamonds and all the big-name watches like Bulova, Elgin, and Hamilton. You ladies of fashion will appreciate the variety of costume jewelry at Necker's, too.
Remember tomorrow night at 8:30, the Clinton game against Franklin at Cedar Rapids.
One of DeWitt's merchants behind our DeWitt team 100% is the Hartle Electric Company. You homemakers should be behind Hartle Electric 100% too, because they carry all the appliances you need to make your homework easier. If it has been a while since you visited Hartle Electric, stop in tomorrow.
10 of the top merchants in DeWitt, bringing you the ball game tonight between DeWitt and Marion. And right now, DeWitt is leading 7-4. Time back in. Marion's ball of midcourt put in play by Fairley. It goes to Kellums over the near side to Domer. Down in the near corner to DeWitt. Back out to Fairley. To Domer. Back in between the rings to Fairley. On the near side of quarter court to Domer. Between the rings to Fairley. Trying to work that ball in on the pivot. Finally the shot by Domer from way out. No good. Rebounded by Herring of DeWitt. This boy Herring doing a good job of rebounding on the defensive board for DeWitt. Irwin goes in between the rings. Pulls around the wheel. Goes deep down in the far corner. Guided closely by Failer. Gets it back to Irwin. Top of the wheel to Christensen. Shoots it short. Rebounded by Herring. Tied up by Fairley. It'll be jump ball to your left. Herring will jump with Fairley. Ball in the air. It goes to Irwin. On the far side of the pivot. Being guarded by two men. Flips on the near side. Christensen up. And no good. He blew a layup. Christensen blew a layup and the whistle blows. Christensen was all alone on the weak side. A beautiful pass hit him right on the button. He shot it, and it was short. Ball set the way it goes to Herring. He jumps on the dotted line. He shoots, and no good. Taken off by Hink. Ball stolen by Fairley. Ball stolen back by Herring. Jump, shoots, good. Field goal by Herring. And DeWitt is out in front, 9-4. They lead by 5 over Marion. DeWitt hung onto that ball just as long as they needed to get the bucket. DeWitt down the corner, drives along the baseline, shoots, no good. Tipped by Domer, no good. It's tipped by DeWitt, no good. Tipped by Domer, no good. Rebounded by Hink, out DeWitt. Hands the ball away to Schatz. Harlan Schatz across the big eye in the center jump circle. Pulls the quarter court on the far side, then still dribbles down in the corner. On the near side, it goes to Herring. Lose the ball, but picked up by Irwin. Whistle blows, and it will be a jump ball. DeWitt will jump with Irwin. Ball's in the air, tapped away. Comes back to the near side to Domer. Domer comes across the timeline, pulls up, gets it away to Fairler. Shoots, no bucket. Rebounded by Irwin. Flips it away to Schatz. 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. DeWitt leads Marion 9-4. Over on the far side, it goes to Irwin. Irwin's at quarter court on the perimeter. Holds the ball above his head. Finally passes down in the corners. It goes to Hink. Push shot from the corner by Hink. Good. Field goal by John Hink. 6'2" forward from DeWitt. And it's 11-4. DeWitt leads by 7. 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining in the first period. Domer down on the near side. It goes to DeWitt. He shoots. It's blocked by Herring, but taken off in there by Failer. Foul called. Foul called on Hink of DeWitt. That's the first foul against DeWitt and only the second foul of the ball game. Free throw good by Failor, Marion center, and it's 11-5. DeWitt by 6. Long down-court pass goes to Hink. Drives on the baseline. A layup is no good. Taken off in there by Failor. Over to Kellums. Down court to Domer. Domer travels with the ball, and it will be DeWitt's ball in the backcourt. Put across the baseline by Hink, and it was a baseline violation. He stepped over the baseline. Baseline violation, and it'll be Marion's ball under their offensive board. You're right. 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. To Domer, out to Failer. Over to Kellums, shoots, scores. A push shot from 15 feet by Danny Kellums is good. 11-7. 1 minute remaining in the quarter. DeWitt leads by 4. Irwin goes to the top of the circle. Can't shoot. Guarded too closely by Domer. Hits it away to Schatz on the near side to Christensen. Christensen at quarter court on the perimeter. In on the pivot to Hink. Ball stolen, but stolen right back by Schatz. Schatz out of the top circle being two-time between the rings. Irwin. 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Irwin comes to quarter court on the near side. Whistle blows. Foul call on Herring. DeWitt center. And now DeWitt calls timeout. 41 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The score, DeWitt 11, Marion 7.
The boys out here on the floor are not alone in wearing letters. So too does Barnes Grocery Store. Barnes sports the letters IGA, your signals for better and bigger grocery buys. You like shopping Barnes Supermarket because they're fine people to do business with.
DeWitt out in front of Marion, 11-7.
Farmers, we want to take enough time out of tonight's game to cue you to the fact that Harrington Implement sells new Idea and Massey and Harris farm equipment, as well as seed and fertilizer. You'll Kiwani equipment, including the Kiwani wheel-mounted disc harrow, models number 7, number 8, and number 10. Ask for a Kiwani demonstration on your farm. Get in touch with Harrington Implement Company in DeWitt, Iowa, tomorrow.
Free throw coming up now to your right. And it's good by Fairley. Free throw by Fairley makes it 11-8. Marion now trails by only 3, and they trail at one time by 7 points. Irwin between the rings. 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. Over to Christensen. Ball knocked out of Christensen's hand by Domer. Down court to DeWitt. Shoots from 10 feet. It is no good. Taken off by Irwin. Long down court pass to Hink. Starts to drive. Foul call. Foul called on Fairley of Marion. .17 seconds remaining in the first quarter. DeWitt leading Marion 11-8. Free throw by Hink is good. 12-8. DeWitt by 4 o'clock running. 13 seconds remaining. Out at the top of the wheel is Kellums. On the near side to Domer, to DeWitt, down and under. Back out to Domer, between the rings to Fairley. Oh, to Kellums, he shoots and he scores. 1 second remaining. There's the end of the first quarter. Kellums hit on a one-hand push from way out to end the quarter. And the score at the end of this first quarter in a Class A ball game in Substate at Iowa City. DeWitt 12, Marion 10. Second quarter in just a moment. Ready to go in the second quarter. 2 centers are in. Ball's in the air, tapped away. It's rolling freely on the court. It's finally batted around. Finally, DeWitt gets it for Marion. Boy, oh boy, there was really some moving around in there for a minute. Fairley over the far side to Kellums. Back to Fairley. To Kellums at quarter court on the far side. Down in the corner to DeWitt. This DeWitt's a pretty good-looking ball player. Between the rings to Fairley. Back on the near side to Domer. Down on the near side of the wheel to DeWitt. Shoots. No good. Rebounded by Kellums. Gets the ball away to DeWitt. Back to the top of the wheel to Domer. Shoots 16 feet short. Rebounded by Hink. Tied up by Faylor. Jump ball to your right. Ball in the air. Tapped away. Goes to Herring. Gets the ball away to Christensen. Down court to Irwin. Irwin moves clear down deep in the far corner. On the pivot to Herring. Loses the ball. Intercepted by Domer. Domer gets the ball away to Kellums. 7 minutes remaining in the half. Domer with the ball. Over to DeWitt. Shoots and misses. Rebounded by Christensen of DeWitt. Cross court to Irwin. Irwin comes around the wheel on the near side, waiting for his mates to get down court. He was down there first with the ball. Whistle blows. Clock called on Christensen of DeWitt. Walk the length of the court from left to right. Free throw no good by Fairley. There's another one coming. Free throw good by Fairley. It's 12-11. Marion trailing DeWitt by only 1 point. DeWitt led it one time by 7. Christensen out between the rings. Gives away to Irwin. Irwin moves down in the far corner. Turns around, gets it back to Christensen. Bounces once. Ball out of his hands, but he regains it. Gets it from near side to Schatz. To Hink down in the corner. Hink holds the ball. Gets it away to Irwin. Back out the top of the wheel. The Schatz moves around the weak side. A layup is up, and no good. Rebounded by Herring. Jump, shoot, short. Rebounded by Domer. Loses the ball on the near side, out of bounds. And it'll be DeWitt's ball at mid-court on the near side in their offensive zone to your left. When it played, goes to Christensen, back to Irwin. Irwin moves to the far side, goes to the far side of the pivot. Back in between the rings, he dribbles. In on the pivot to Hink. He's out on the baseline. He jumps and he shoots, and he misses. A foul by Irwin, no good. Foul by Herring is no good. Rebound by Hink is, no, it is good. The foul by Hink is good. Man, they had some good shots in there. They finally got it. 14-11. DeWitt by 3. Shot to the near side is no good by Domer. Tipped by Baylor, no good. Rebounded by Hink. Gives it away to Herring. Over the far side to Irwin. Irwin across the timeline. Gives between the rings to Hink. He dribbles down a quarter court. Goes along the baseline. Pulls up. Deep in the corner to Irwin. Fakes. Can't shoot. Bounces toward the dotted line. Shoots from 10 feet. No good. Rebounded by Domer of Marion. Gets the ball away to Kellums. Kellums across court. Gives to Fairley. Down on the near side to Domer. Blaine catches the ball on the near side. Over to DeWitt, who shoots. No score. Rebounded by Christensen. Christensen is only 5'9", but he gets good position on those rebounds on the defensive board. 5 minutes remaining in the half. DeWitt leads 14-11. Down the near side to Schatz. Between the rings to Christensen. A shot from 25 feet. No good. Taken off by DeWitt. DeWitt turns around, starts up court. Goes across the timeline on the far side. Between the rings to Fairley on the near side to Domer. Back up to Fairley. On the far side of the wheel to Kellums. Back between the two big circles to Domer. Down on the near side to DeWitt. Flips the ball away to Domer. Between the rings to Fairley. In on the pivot to Faylor. Shoots. No bucket. Foul call. Foul call on Dick Herring. DeWitt center. Now substitution for Marion. Jerry Cox replaces Kellums at a guard. C-O-X. Two free throws coming for Faylor. First one good. 14-12. Marion trails by 2. Another free throw now coming for Faylor if he makes it. He missed it. Taken off by Cox. Back to Faylor. Push shot 10 feet. No good. Foul call on Cox of Marion. The boy who just came in the ball game. Four minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the first half. The score, DeWitt 14, Marion 12. Substitution, Schoening, Lou Schoening, S-C-H-O-E-N-I-N-G, replaces Christensen at the forward. Free throw is no good by Hink. Another free throw coming for Hink of DeWitt. It's up. It's no good. Battling for the ball. Hink comes down with it, shoots. No bucket. Foul call. Foul called on Cox of Marion. Two free throws for John Hink. First one good. 15-12. DeWitt by 3. This free throw by Hink, also good, and it's 16-12. Substitution, Kellums comes right back in, and Cox is out of there at a guard. Four minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the half. DeWitt leads by 4, 16-12 over Marion. On the pivot to Fader, over to DeWitt, he drives, shoots, no bucket. Mr. Lang. Taken off by Schoening. It gives the ball away to Schatz. Schatz between the rings to Irwin. Irwin comes around the wheel, sees daylight, drives down and under. A layup is good. A beauty. There's the play of the game by Jimmy Irwin. Boy, what a honey of a drive-in that was. It's 18-12. DeWitt by 6. Over the far side, Kellums in the corner to DeWitt. Foul call. Foul called on Harlan Schatz. Harlan Schatz of DeWitt. Free throw for DeWitt. Good. 18-13. DeWitt by 5. Irwin across the timeline. Comes around the wheel on the near side. Gets it to Herring. He drives. He shoots and he scores. This big boy Herring can move. 20-13. DeWitt to quarter court on the far side. Back between the rings to Kellums. On the near side, it goes to Domer. Jumps, shoots, and a fadeaway. No good. Rebounded by Hink. DeWitt starting to rebound on the defensive board again. Remember, we'll have 5 minutes of news from our studios at halftime. Irwin over on the far side. Milo Hamilton with a play-by-play in the DeWitt Marion game presented by the DeWitt Merchants on the Quad City's #1 sports station, KSTP Davenport, Iowa. Hink at the top of the wheel, down and under to Irwin. He fakes, he shoots, he scores! Boy, this boy Irwin has shown some great life here. And it's 22-13, DeWitt leading. Between the rings is Kellums on the far side of Fairley. On a pivot to Faylor in the corner to DeWitt. He shoots, and he scores. Field goal by Wally DeWitt, and it's 22-15, DeWitt by 7. 2 1/2 minutes remaining in the half. Irwin at the top of the wheel to Herring, and a foul has been called on Fairley of Marion. Whistle blows, and Marion calls timeout. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining to play in the second quarter. The score, DeWitt 22, Marion 15.
You farmers who live in or near DeWitt, Iowa will want to make it a regular habit to visit Benning's Feed and Seed Store because Benning's carry many of the items you need.
First half, DeWitt is leading Marion.
You farmers who live in or near DeWitt, Iowa will want to make it a regular habit to visit Benning's Feeding Store. Now back to Milo and more play-by-play.
You'll shoot the one-on-one to your left. Misses the first one. Free throw, no good. Tip by Shaning, no good. Foul call on Hink of DeWitt. The D-Hawks are leading the Marion Indians 22-15. Free throw is good by Faylor. 22-16. DeWitt leads by 6. Clock running. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Ball game being sent your way by 10 at the top, DeWitt Merchants. Down to the near side of Hink. Push shot from the corner. No good. Coming down with the ball is Kellums. Over to DeWitt. Flips it away to Faylor. Drives in. It's up, and it's in. A beauty. Field goal by Faylor. And it's 22-18. 2 minutes remaining in the half. DeWitt's lead's been cut to 4 points. In between the rings is Irwin. Comes around to the quarter court on the near side. Ball knocked out of his hands by Domer. Over the far side to Faylor. Cross court to DeWitt. Goes to quarter court on the far side. Turns around, gets it away to Domer on the near side. Back to Kellums, to Faylor. In on the pivot. Ball knocked up in the air, but controlled by Domer. Back to Fairley. Over to Domer on the near side. Back to Fairley. To Kellums, down in the corner to DeWitt. Fakes, pulls up. Got it close there, but 2 men. Gets it away to Kellums. Down in the corner to DeWitt. Bounces only once. Gets it back to Kellums. 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining in the half. Kellums with a push from 25 feet. No good. Tip by Domer, no good. The follow by Faylor. No good. Tip by Domer, no good. Taken out by Faylor, tied up by 3 D-Hawks from DeWitt, and it'll be jump ball to your right. Ball in the air, tapped away. It goes to Faylor. Shoots 10 feet. No good. A follow by Fairley. No good. Rebounded by Hink of DeWitt. 1 minute remaining in the first half. DeWitt leads Marion 22-18. Irwin goes between the rings. Drives down in. A shovel is no good, but a follow by Herring is no good. And a foul's called on Danny Kellums of Marion. Substitution. Roger Christensen comes back into the forward for DeWitt, replacing Lou Shaning. Here's the free throw by Irwin. Good. Another one coming. Irwin hit his first one. Here's his second one. Also good. 2 for 2 by Irwin. And I can't remember exactly, but it looks as though DeWitt has been fairly good from that free throw line. They lead 24-18. 48 seconds remaining in the half. Down in the corner goes to DeWitt. He jumps and shoots from 10 feet, and he's got it. Field goal by Wally DeWitt of Marion. 24-20. DeWitt by 4. Clock running. 36 seconds remaining in the half. Irwin over on the far side at quarter court. Between the rings to Schatz. Back to Irwin. 30 seconds remaining in the half. It's the ball to Christensen. Back to Hink. Hink at quarter court on the far side between the rings to Irwin. Irwin bounces once to the top of the wheel, down and under, intercepted by Baylor. 18 seconds remaining in half. Baylor drives down, may go all the way. It's up and it's in. Field goal by Baylor. He dribbled the length of the court. It's 24-22. Only 10 seconds remaining in half. On a pivot to Herring, and a foul has been called. Foul's been called on Dal Fairley of Marion. Foul is on Fairley. And with 8 seconds remaining in the half, Dick Herring, DeWitt center, will shoot the free throw. And it's perfect. 25-22. The clock is running. 6, 5, 4. DeWitt with the ball between the rings to Kellum. Over to Fairley, down in the corner. There's the end of the first half. The score at halftime. DeWitt, 25. Marion, 22. 25-22. DeWitt leading Marion here at the intermission. Well, Dave is totaling up the scoring. We'll remind you that we'll be here tomorrow night for the Clinton game against Franklin of Cedar Rapids. Wednesday night at 7, we'll have the finals in the B. And at 8:30, Davenport Blue Devils against McKinley of Cedar Rapids. This DeWitt ball club looks as though it has a little more polish, especially around the guards. But Marion has a well-conditioned ball club, and traditionally they never give up until that final gun. Both clubs are back on the court now. Marion trailing by 3 behind the D-Hawks of DeWitt. As Dave mentioned a moment ago, we'll be on hand Wednesday, but before that, we'll be here tomorrow night to bring you the AA game at 8:30 between the Clinton River Kings and the Franklin Thunderbolts of Cedar Rapids. So we'll be with you the rest of the week on the Sports Caravan. The warning buzzer sends the two teams back to their respective coaches. Coach Ehlers of DeWitt talking to the D-Hawks, and Les Hipple with the Marion Indians. (25 to 22) the score. DeWitt leads by 3 as we go in to the second half. And now there go the Marion Indians. In this half, DeWitt will go to your right and Marion will go to your left. It's 25 to 22. DeWitt leads by 3. Ball in the air, tapped away goes the backcourt to Schatz. Schatz cross court to Irwin. Irwin over on the near side, turns around, gives the Schatz. Schatz in quarter court on the near side. Back in between the rings to Irwin. Irwin was the leading scorer in the first half with 10. Over to Christensen. Back between the rings to Schatz on the near side, the wheel to Hink. Moves down along the baseline, pulls up. Ball knocked out of his hands by Kellums, and it'll be DeWitt's ball under their own bucket to your right. Put in play by Hink, it goes to Irwin. Irwin moves to the dotted line, shoots from 10 feet. It is no good. Rim the basket fell off. Rebounded by Fairley of Marion. He's tied up immediately by 2 D-Hawks. Let's see which one they pick. They're going to move Raj Christensen in. Jump ball is tapped away. And it goes down court, but it's taken by Irwin just in the back court. Needs help and gets it away to Schatz. Schatz over the big guy in the center jump circle. Going to your right for the D-Hawks of DeWitt, who lead 25-22. 45 seconds gone by in the third quarter, and nobody has scored. DeWitt has had the ball all that time. Goes in on the pivot to Herring. Shoots from 15 feet. No good. Taken off on the far side by Irwin. Over to Hink. Needs help on the baseline. Back out it goes to Christensen in quarter court. Between the rings to Schatz. On the top of the wheel to Hink. He shoots and he misses. Tipped by Herring. No good. A tip by Herring. No good. Taken off by Herring. Gets the shot. Shoots 15 feet. It is good. Field goal by Harlan Schatz. And that's his first field goal of the evening. 27-22, DeWitt by 5. It goes down on the pivot to DeWitty. tries to shoot. Foul called on shots of DeWitt. Free throw coming for DeWitt. Misses it. Another one coming. DeWitt bounces that ball several times. Now here's his underhand free throw, and it's good. DeWitt hits from the charity line for Marion. It's 27-23. DeWitt leads by 4. 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Between the rings is Irwin. Over on the near side as it goes to Hink. Hink bounces between the rings, hands away to Christensen, out to the timeline to Irwin. Irwin moves around the keyhole to the far side, turns around, reverses field, comes clear back on the near side, then goes back in between the circles. On the near side is shots at quarter court. Bounces in between the circles. Down and under to Hink. He's on the baseline. Pulls up in the corner. Back out it goes to Shots. On the near side of the wheel to Christensen. Over to Irwin. Back between the rings to Shots. Shots with the ball. Hands it back to Irwin on the back handoff. Irwin back between the rings. Down to the far side of the lane to Shots. Bounces once. Gives to Irwin. Back on the pivot to Herring. Tries to shoot. Ball knocked out of his hand by Faylor. Taken by DeWitt. DeWitt over to Kellums between the rings to Fairley. To Kellums. Play catches the ball between the rings. Back to Kellums in the quarter court on the near side between the rings to Fairley. Fairley in on the pivot to Faylor. Faylor back up to Kellums at quarter court. Cross court as it goes to Domer. In on the pivot to Faylor. Up, down. No good. Foul call. Foul called on Shots of DeWitt. Third foul on Harlan Shots, and Faylor will shoot 2 to your left. First one, good. Kind of snuck it up over the front. 27-24. He can cut that lead with another one, but he misses. Tapped out by Herring. It goes to Irwin. Gets the ball away to Hink. Over to Irwin. Irwin across the timeline on the near side. Pulls up. Down it goes into the corner to Herring. Back out between the rings to Shots. Holds the ball between the rings. Gives to Christensen. Jump, shoots 15 feet. Good. Beauty. Field goal by little Roger Christensen. And it's 29-24. 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. DeWitt leads Marion by 5. Ball game being sent your way by the 10 top merchants in DeWitt. Down in the corner to DeWitt. Guided closely by Herring. Gets it back out between the rings to Fairley. To Kellums on the near side of the wheel between the rings to Fairley. Fakes a shot, then gives to Kellums. Bounces along the baseline, flips it into Faylor. Ball now got in his hands, controlled by Fairley. Over to Domer, shoots 10 feet. No good. Foul call on Kellums of Marion. They'll walk the length of the court from left to right to the DeWitt free throw circle. DeWitt leading 29-24. And John Hink, H-I-N-C-K, will be at the line to your right. Shoots it. He's got it. 30-24. DeWitt by 6 again. DeWitt across the timeline on the near side. Cuts to his right. Goes between the rings. Hands the ball away as it goes to Fairley. On the near side to Kellums. Back in the quarter court to DeWitt. Moves to the dotted line. Turns around. Gives to Fairley on the near side to Kellums. Push shot from there. Good. Push shot by Kellums. 30-26. DeWitt by 4. 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the third period. Irwin moves in between the rings, comes to the top of the circle on the near side of the pivot to Shots. Shots spins, goes to quarter court, gives to Irwin. Irwin goes back in between the circles, and the back end off the Shots to the timeline over on the far side to Christensen. Bounce pass goes to Irwin. Down on the pivot to Herring. He fakes, travels with the ball. 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining as Kellums puts it in play for the Marion Indians. Fairley with the ball. Almost intercepted by Christensen. Gets it away to Domer. Foul call. Foul call on Raj Christensen of DeWitt. Domer shoots the free throw. Perfect. 30-27. DeWitt leads by only 3. They've been able to get good leads, 6 and 8 points, but haven't been able to hold them for any length of time. Over the far side, it's Irwin with the ball. Back in between the rings to Christensen. Backhand off to Irwin. Irwin comes back to the timeline. Moves in between the rings, holds the ball, gets it away to Irwin. Over to Schatz. Schatz holds the ball at quarter court to the far side on the perimeter. Needs help, gets it away to Hink. Hink comes around the weak side, shoots 10 feet. It is no good. Taken off by Herring. A hook shot, up and no good. Tipped by Irwin, no good. Whistle blows, jump ball to your right. 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the third quarter. DeWitt leads Marion 30-27. Ball tapped, it goes to DeWitt. Pulls up, hands the ball away as it goes to Kellum. Over to Fairley. Fairley in between the rings, cross court to Domer. Between the rings to Fairley, on the near side to Kellum. Between the rings to Fairley, fakes the push, then gives it on the pivot to Faylor. Shoots, no bucket. A tip by DeWitt, no good. Rebounded by Hink of DeWitt. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. DeWitt leads by 3, 30-27 over the Marion Indians. The D-Hawks lead the Indians 30-27. On the near side goes Irwin, drives down in, flips it away to Hink. He shoots and he misses. Rebounded by Domer, tied up by Hink, and a lead jump ball to your right. Marion calls timeout. 2 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The score, DeWitt 30, Marion 27.
All you men who live in or near DeWitt, Iowa, you're probably well acquainted with Drew's because here you can buy really top-grade merchandise at reasonable prices, including Stetson and Champ hats, Arrow and Enro shirts, Hickok belts, suspenders, and jewelry, Cooper's underwear, Surratt roll suits tailored by Rose Brothers. Drew's, too, carry a complete line of smart Crosby Square footwear.
30-27, DeWitt leads by 3.
DeWitt's basketball team is not the only ones in the spotlight tonight. We also salute Necker's Jewelry. Necker's Jewelry features the popular Orange Blossom line of diamonds and all big-name watches like Bulova, Elgin, and Hamilton. You ladies of fashion will appreciate the variety of costume jewelry at Necker's, too.
Burdine Stade, S-T-A-D-E, has replaced Faylor at center for Marion, S-T-A-D-E. Jump ball to your right. It's up, it's tipped. It goes to Herring for DeWitt. Tries to get the ball away, he's tied up again. Jump ball to your right. Tapped away, goes to Christensen, jump, shoots 10 feet, good! A whirling push by Christensen, and it's 32-27. Moving into the final 2 minutes of the third quarter. Domer down in the corner to DeWitt. He moves along the baseline. Shovel shot 8 feet, good, a beauty. Field goal by DeWitt, and it's 32-29. Exactly 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Between the rings is Irwin. On the near side, it goes to Christensen. Back to Schatz. Schatz out between the circles. Near the timeline, it goes to Irwin in the center jump circle. Holds the ball above his head. Gets it away to Christensen. Comes around the near side. Pulls up on the near side of the keyhole. Back to Schatz between the rings. Near side to Hink. Hink into the top of the circle. Over to Christensen. Down and under to Hink. Intercepted by Domer. Domer starts up court. Comes around the wheel on the near side. Cuts to his right. Bounce pass to... Outside to Stade is good. Field goal by Stade. And it's 32-31. 32-31 as Irwin drives down the middle. He's tied up by 2 Marion Indians. It'll be jump ball to your right. And the Marion crowd across the way is really hooping it up. And now DeWitt calls timeout. 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. The score, DeWitt 32, Marion 31.
One of DeWitt's merchants behind our DeWitt team 100% is the Hartle Electric Company. You homemakers should be behind Hartle Electric 100% too, because they carry all the appliances you need to make your homework easier. If it's been a while since you visited Hartle Electric, stop.
Only one.
The boys out here on the floor are not alone in wearing letters. So, too, does...
Time back in. It'll be jump ball to your right. Irwin will jump with Domer. Ball in the air. Tapped away. Goes to Hink. Hink on the near side of the pivot. Goes to Christensen. Back between the rings of Irwin. Irwin at the top of the wheel. Holds the ball in on a pivot to Herring. A left-hand shot is in the air. No good. A foul is called. Foul called on Fairley of Marion. That's foul number 4 on Dow Fairley, Marion guard. 2 free throws coming for Dick Herrion, DeWitt center. First one, no good. Here's the second one. Good. 33-31. DeWitt by 2. Clock running. 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. DeWitt over the quarter court between the rings to Fairley, to Kellums. Over to DeWitt. Drives, shoots it short. Comes off from the near side. It'll be DeWitt's ball. Put it play by Shops. It goes to Irwin. Irwin moves in between the rings, then goes to the far side. Needs help. Gets it away to Christensen. Bounces the top of the circle, gets it back to Irwin. 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Bounce pass to Herring, back to Irwin. Moves into the near corner. Back out it goes to Christensen. To Irwin at quarter court. Bounces once to the top of the pivot. Over to Hink. Drive, shoots. He misses. A tip by Shots is no good. Rebounded by DeWitt of Marion. Gets the ball away to Fairley. 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Down court it goes to Stade. Back out to Kellums. A push shot from quarter court is good. It's all tied up, 33 all, and a push-up by Kellums. 8 seconds remaining. Whistle blows, and the foul is called on DeWitt of Marion. The play is really getting fast. 9 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The foul is on DeWitt of Marion. Here's the free throw by Hink. It is good, and DeWitt leads 34-33. Clock running 7, 6, 5. DeWitt over to Fairley. Over to DeWitt. Shoots from 20 feet. Good. There's the end of the third quarter. Marion leads 35-34. The first time they have led at the end of the third quarter.
Farmers, we want to take a...
For the first time on a driving shot by Wally DeWitt. 35-34. Ball near, tapped away. Still rolling. They're still battling for it. Finally picked up by Christensen of DeWitt. Everybody wanted it, but nobody could find it. Over to Shots to Irwin. A full quarter to go. This one will go to the wire. Christensen between the rings, and the Marion crowd across the way has brought their team along. Down in the corner, it's a traveling violation against Irwin. Ball put in play by Kellums across the sideline to Fairley. Fairley across the center jump circle, going to left, passes away to Domer. Back to Fairley, down in the corner to DeWitt. Fakes, drives, pulls up, gets it back to Domer, between the rings to Fairley. Holds the ball, in on a pivot, it goes to Stade. Ball stolen by Irwin. Irwin starts up court, may go all the way. Turns around on the baseline, though, as he went too far under. Gets it back out to Christensen, between the rings to Hink. Down and under to Herring, being three-timed by all the Marion Indians. Gets it away as it goes to Shots. Over to Hink, between the rings to Irwin. 35-34. Marion leads by 1. In on the pivot to Herring. He tries to shoot, but he can't. A foul has been called on Fairley of Marion. And our book shows 5 fouls, and that is correct. This boy Fairley is fouled out. The work he's done, both on the rebounding and the defensive board. And his play from out has been very fine. They'll miss him. But Jerry Cox will replace him. Free throw by Herring is good. And the score tied, 35 all. And a free throw by Dick Herring, DeWitt center. Cox between the rings, over on the far side to Domer. On the pivot, it goes to Stade. Bounces twice, gives to Domer, drives, the shovel shot is no good. Rebounded by Hink of DeWitt. Hink brings it down to the D-Hawks, gets it away. Over to Irwin. Starts down court. Moves the quarter court on the far side, the offensive zone for DeWitt. Back out it goes to Christensen. DeWitt had led all the way until the gun ended the third quarter when DeWitt put Marion in front. Now it's tied 35 all. traveling violation against Irwin, and Marion takes over. Ball put in play as it goes to Cox. Drives between the rings. In on the pivot to Stade. Flips the ball back out to Cox. Over the far side of the wheel to Domer. Shoots. No bucket. Taken off by Herring of DeWitt. Passes to Irwin. Score tied. 35 all. Shot starts to move, but he can't go down the lane as a foul is called on Domer of Marion. Harlan shots. DeWitt guard shoots his free throw, and it's no good. 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the ball game. Score tied, 35 all. Shots, free throw, good. And DeWitt leads, 36-35. Cox in between the free throw circles. Turns around. Gives it a quarter court to Domer. Back to Cox. Moves between the rings. From near side, it goes to Kellums. Near side, the wheel to DeWitt. He jumps to the dotted line. Shoots. It's good. Field goal by DeWitt. And Marion leads, 37-36. 5 1/2 minutes remaining in the basketball game. Shots between the rings. Comes around the wheel. Gets it away to Hink. Moves to top the keyhole in the pivot to Herring. He fakes. Starts to move. Ball stolen. Foul call. Foul called on DeWitt of Marion. Now the official has warned the Marion coach. The officials just warned the Marion coach. Free throw is good by Herring, and it's tied up at 37 all. Across the timeline goes Cox for the Marion Indians. The new ball game again, 37 all. Over to Domer, down in the corner to Stade. Back out to Cox at the top of the wheel, on the near side of the pivot to Kellum. Down the near side to Domer. Being 3 times, foul call. Foul call on shots of DeWitt. That's the 4th foul on shots. Substitution for DeWitt. Shaning, loose Shaning, replacing shots of the guy. Five minutes remaining in this ball game. Here's the free throw by Domer, and it's good. Marion leads 38-37 on a free throw by Domer. Less than 5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Christensen comes around the wheel. Back it goes to Shaning between the rings to Irwin. Bounces once, gives on the near side to Hink. Moves down along the baseline all the way and under. Layup is good. A beautiful shot by John Hink of DeWitt. And DeWitt takes the lead again, 39-38. On the near side, it's Kellums. A push shot, 20 feet, good. Field goal by Kellums of Marion. And Marion leads 40-39 in a seesaw final quarter. Whistle blows and DeWitt calls timeout. 4 minutes and 28 seconds remaining as DeWitt calls timeout. The score, Marion 40, DeWitt 39.
By the way, any of you listening homemakers planning to redecorate this spring, well, if so, you'll find just what you need at Farron Cook Floor Cover.
39, Marion by 1.
You farmers who live in or near DeWitt, Iowa.
Time back in. DeWitt's ball of midcourt put in play by Irwin. It goes to Christensen, back to Irwin. Comes to the near side. Marion now has gone to a full man-to-man, and a foul's been called on Herring of DeWitt. Foul number 3 on center Dick Herring of DeWitt. Stade will shoot one for Marion to your left. It's up. No good. He'll shoot another one. Marion has never led by more than 1 point. That's their lead right now, 40-39. If he makes this one, that'll give them their biggest lead of the ball game. He did it. And it's 41-39. Marion by 2. They trailed through the first 3 quarters, and now they lead 41-39. Irwin goes between the rings, past the near side to Shaning, down in the corner to Hink. Hink shoots from the corner. It's up. It's no good. Taken off by Hink. He jumps, shoots, and scores. Hink went right after that ball after his shot. He put it up and in, and it's 41-41. These two ball clubs dogging each other all the way. Over the far side, Domer between the rings to Kellums on the near side as that ball is handed away. Over to Stade. Whistle blows. Foul called on Herring. Stade comes out at center. Baylor has gone back in. Altenberg replaced Cox at a guard. Free throw is good by Domer. .42-41 Marion. Free throw is good again by Domer. And it's 43-41. Marion by 2 again. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining to play in the ball game. Irwin on the far side as it goes to Hink at quarter court. At the top of the wheel to Irwin. Shoots from 15 feet. It's blocked. Taken off by DeWitt. He's on the baseline. Needs help. Gets it away as it goes to Baylor. Marion leads 43-41. Down court it goes to Altenberg. Back to DeWitt between the rings to Kellums. On the far side to Domer. Goes the corner. On the pivot to Baylor. Jump, shoots. No bucket. Foul call on Altenberg of Marion. Gonna walk the length of the court from left to right. Have a substitution. Bob Fox replaces Altenberg at a guard for Marion Indians. This is not Cox. This is Fox. F-O-X. Good. Boy, that rolled all over that rim. And it's 43-42. Marion still leads by 1. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Fox to the ball. Whistle blows. And a foul is called on Christensen of DeWitt. It's up. It's no good. 3 minutes and 9 seconds, and then it'll all be over. Marion leading 43-42. Here's the free throw, and it's no good. Tapped out of there. Controlled by Irwin. Irwin starts down court. Flips it away to Christensen. Jump, shoots. No bucket. Taken off from the near side. 3 men battling for it. Whistle blows, and a foul is called. Foul called on Hink of DeWitt. Foul number 3 on John Hink. Here's the free throw by Baylor. Good. Another one coming. We're under the 3-minute rule. Baylor will shoot one more. Good. 45-42. Marion by 3. That's their biggest lead. They trailed in the first 3 quarters, and now they lead. Irwin on the far side. Needs help. Gets it back as it goes to Christensen, to Irwin between the rings. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. To Hink at quarter court. He shoots. It's way short. Rebounded by Baylor of Marion. Starts up court. Pulls up now as he sees he has no advantage. Gives to DeWitt. DeWitt moves down to quarter court on the near side. Back out it goes to Kellums. Between the rings to Fox. Back to Kellums. On the near side, the keyhole to DeWitt. Goes to quarter court. Marion going to hang under the ball. Whistle blows. And the foul has been called on Hink of DeWitt. .45-42. It'll be 2 free throws for DeWitt. First one, good. And DeWitt calls timeout. To begin. It'll be another free throw for Wally DeWitt, who's been a spark plug tonight for these Marion Indians to bring them back. They trailed the first 3 quarters. Here's his free throw. It's perfect. 47-42. Marion leads by 5. Shaning to Irwin over the far side of the wheel. Down in on the lane. It goes to Hink. He drives and he scores. Field goal by Hink. DeWitt in the full court press. It goes into DeWitty. DeWitty having trouble in the backcourt. It goes over on the far side. Ball rolling freely. It goes to Kellums. Cross court to DeWitty. DeWitty right at the timeline. He travels, and it'll be DeWitt's ball. It's 47-44. It's put in play by Schoening. It goes to Christensen. Over to Irwin. DeWitt has to fight the uphill battle now with only a minute and 45 seconds remaining. Hink to Irwin. He drives. He shoots. It's still got a follow by Herring is good. The follow by Herring is good. DeWitt's in a full court press. Marion leads 47-46. Only 1 point down. DeWitty with the ball. It goes to Domer. Down court to Baylor. Baylor over to Fox. Shoots. Scores. Field goal by Bob Fox. It's 49-46. Marion leads by 3. A minute and 20 seconds remaining in the ball game. Out between the rings is Irwin. Over to Hink. Drives down along the baseline. Turns around on the far side of the lane. Jump. Shoots. No score. Goes out of bounds on their side. It'll be Marion's ball. DeWitt in a full court press. Put in play. It goes to DeWitty. Foul call. Foul call on Schoening of DeWitt. Foul on Lou Schoening of DeWitt. And with 1 minute and 1 second remaining, DeWitty has 2 free throws coming. DeWitty could make it 4 with a free throw. He does. It's 50-46. DeWitt's got a lot of wood to chop. Down court to Hink in the corner. Fakes, drives. Foul called on Hink. A charging foul. And that's 5 fouls on John Hink of DeWitt. Good. 51-46. Remember what I said about this ball club never giving up. Free throw no good. Tip by Baylor no good. Taken off by Baylor. Tied up, jump ball to your left. 50 seconds. Marion leading by 5, 51-46. Jump ball, it's tipped away. It goes to Domer. Down to the baseline. It goes to DeWitty. Look at that kid move around. On Fox of Marion. And the clock shows only 24 seconds remaining. The score is 55-46. Marion has really pulled away. Here's the free throw by Schatz. It's no good. Free throw, good by Schatz. 55-47. 24 seconds. Goes into DeWitty. He's tied up by down court to Christensen. Drives, shoots. 2 points. 2 points for Christensen. 55-49. 6 seconds. Down court pass to Domer. Holds it in. He shoots. It's no good. 1 second remaining. Ball game is over.